For our isometric chin-up, we're going to make sure that we have a sturdy bar, and we're going to begin by grabbing our underhand grip. So we want to make sure that our palms are approximately shoulder width apart. So we don't want to grab the bar in here, and we don't want to get too wide when we're performing these isometric holds. So we want to be in this shoulder width apart position because that's the most optimal position to actually create some leverage and making sure that our elbows and shoulders and everything doesn't start to nag us. When we found our grip, a very important thing that I very often see with the people that I train is that they start to grip the bar inside of their palm. And when you do that, when you grip it here and not in your fingers, then you're going to squeeze the skin here in the top of your palm, which creates a lot of calluses and can be quite uncomfortable. And we don't want any calluses and uncomfortable, painful feeling in our hands to be the reason that you can't hold on to the bar and perform the exercise. So what I want you to focus on when you're grabbing the chin-up bar is that you want to make sure that you're holding the bar in the bottom of your fingers. You're actually starting by only gripping with your fingers, and then you're going to interlock your thumb on top of your index finger. And from this position, then what we want to do is that we want, like I am here standing on a bench or a box, something like that, to make it a little bit easier to get into position. So I'm going to jump up, keeping my chest high and trying to hang still. When I'm hanging with my chin above the bar, my focus is that my shoulders are not rounding forward and I'm actually trying to hug the bar, because then I'm going to use my chest muscles and my front shoulder instead of my back muscles and the back side of my shoulders. So I want to make sure that I can actually almost squeeze my shoulder blades together and make a proud chest. The isometric chin-up hold is a pretty difficult exercise for most people. So if you can hold this position for a minimum of 20 seconds to begin with, then I recommend that you begin by adding some assistance. So there are a couple of ways that you can add assistance to the isometric chin-up. The first way is by using a band, and then you're going to attach your J-hooks on your power rack, for example, in the same height as approximately your chest. Then what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to attach the band around the J-hooks, and then I'm going to stand on top of the band, and I'm going to make sure that my feet are approximately shoulder width apart. And then from here, I get a lot of assistance when I'm holding my top position, and I can focus on the movement and build the exercise up from here. Start with a pretty heavy band and try to see how much time you can hold it for. When you can hold the top position here with assistance for 60 seconds, then you want to adjust how heavy a resistance band you're using. Or you can try to let go of the band completely. But try to make sure that you begin with a form of resistance that you can hold for a minimum of 20 seconds. So attaching a resistance band around your J-hooks on the power rack is my favorite way of adding assistance to the chin-up. But if you don't have a power rack, if you just have a chin-up bar, then the second way to do this is by attaching the band around the top of the chin-up bar and making a loop to make sure it's stable. What I want you to do here is not trying to stand inside the band with one foot only, because if the band slips from that foot, it's not going to be funny. So what I want you to focus on here is that instead of stepping into the band, you're just going to attach it around one knee here, because then you're in a much safer position and there's a less risk that the band is going to slip. So that is our isometric chin-up.